Double check with child services for you, and you're not listed as the next of kin for Charlotte.
Okay, and what about Junior? Same thing?
The stepfather, her boyfriend, her baby's father, whatever you want to call him, he's listed as the next of kin for both Charlotte and Junior. I did try to do you a favor and look up if we could get you temporary custody because you live in the household with them, but your address isn't the same as theirs, so it's tricky in that way as well.
I just don't get it. So even though I'm the biological grandmother who cares for them, who has changed their diapers since day one and is in their life all the time, sees them on a daily basis, I have no right to custody in this situation at all?
No, child services, they look at the next of kin, they look at the living situation, they look at your financial situation, and you're not working, so you're not a good candidate to take temporary custody, but I do have good news.
Unless it's my daughter waking up from her condition right now. There really isn't going to be any good news for me, but what is it?
It's a poor choice of words. I'm sorry for saying good news when your daughter is in critical condition, but in terms of your grandchildren, she did list another next of kin for them.
Really? And who's the second, the backup?
You said that she was with you. It's her sister Gina. Gina's listed as the backup next of kin for both Charlotte and Junior.
Really? I'm shocked by that, given the fact that they've been arguing lately. Is anyone else listed as next of kin? Surprise or anything? Like her ex-husband?
No one else was listed. Just the stepfather, baby daddy, whatever his official title is to you guys, and Gina.
Okay. So what happens next? How do I get Charlotte back, and what are the next steps here?
Well, since Junior's with you now, he can just stay with Gina. If that works for both of you, I know you want to look after Miranda right now in her condition, but he's welcome to stay with you guys. You just might have to talk to child services to sign some paperwork. In terms of Charlotte, we have to bring her back to the hospital. She's still with child services, obviously, and I'll give you an update on that.
Okay, thank you. And are you positive that Gina is the backup next of kin? Like, really?
I was told that my nephew's baby's mother was admitted to your hospital in a very serious condition, and I was just wondering if I could get some information on how she's doing.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to give out patient information over the phone due to HIPAA laws, but if you come to the hospital and show an ID and explain your situation, I'm sure someone could help you.
I'd rather not contact her family again, and I'd rather not speak to them again, so this conversation can stay between you and me. I just need little information on what her condition is, and that's right. You don't need to give me anything super specific.
Again, I'm so sorry to hear about your unfortunate situation, but in this case, over the phone, there's really nothing I can do in terms of information. I can let you know if that person is in the hospital, but I cannot give you any further information over the phone.
Can I speak to one of your supervisors, please?
Yeah, so in any other case, I would definitely put you through to my supervisor, but I feel like you're going to ask the same thing to them, and I'm just trying to save you some time in a very polite way, but they will say the exact same thing to you in terms of HIPAA laws and what we can give out over the phone. So I just don't want you to waste your time. And it will be a very long hold if I put you through to them.
As someone who has donated a lot of money to this hospital, me and my family, I don't appreciate the poor customer service on your end.
Well, I'm so sorry that you're not satisfied with the customer service. Definitely not my intent. And as someone who works for the hospital, I sincerely appreciate your donations.
Would I at least be able to leave you a number for you to call me back in case she passes away? That's really all we're interested in.
No, unfortunately, again, that would be violating a HIPAA law, and we can't give that information out over the phone. Again, you're welcome to come to the hospital and explain your situation with a form of ID, and we can connect you with the family if they're here in the hospital.
Okay, I'll leave you with this. Isaiah 41.
All who rage against you shall be disgraced and ashamed. You have a blessed day. Catherine. No, they said nothing has improved with Miranda, so just trying to stay positive.
Alright, well come on mom, you know Miranda survives everything. How many times has she been in the hospital? Even right before giving birth to that baby, she was unconscious and almost died, so...
Alright, well in terms of the kids, Child Services says that apparently you're the next of kin after Brian, and they're still trying to contact Brian, but they gave the okay for you to take the kids temporarily.
What? She made me the next of kin? Like, we couldn't stand each other. Well, I'll take Junior, but I'm not taking Charlotte. I don't want to look after Charlotte.
Gina, listen. When you take them, obviously I'm gonna be with you. They'll be in Miranda's house with me, and we'll just tell them that they're with you. I don't know if they're gonna check in on us or anything, but how dare you say that you're only gonna take Junior? That's not nice. Charlotte is your niece too.
No, I'm sorry, Mom. She shouldn't have even had that baby. I don't like her baby's father. I don't like the situation. Junior's my nephew, and that's how I see it.
Okay, no, we're not doing that. We're not taking things out on the kids just because we don't like. If that was the case, I would have taken plenty of things out on Junior.
Yeah, because you agree with me. You liked Joey way more than Brian. I don't trust him. I don't... Look, where is he right now? Can't even contact him.
I liked Joey more than Brian, but both of them, not great. Again, we don't take things out on kids. When Charlotte gets to the hospital, she's going with you too.
Well, I have my reasons. I don't want to be responsible for Charlotte. I'm not really established to take care of Junior in the first place, let alone 2 kids. You know what I mean?
Okay, well hopefully Miranda wakes up and everything's okay, and neither one of us have to take the kids.
Yeah, but Mom, what happens if she doesn't? Like, I didn't plan on taking care of Junior for the rest of my life. I love him, but still.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't think like that because Miranda is going to wake up. And if she, God forbid she doesn't, we will cross that bridge when we get to it, okay? You have to keep in mind that Charlotte's father is out there. Junior's biological father is out there, but I think Brian would be the one to take both children. We can't think like this though.
Look, if I had to take Junior, I probably would. But I wouldn't want him to live with Brian. You know, like, that. Would you be willing to take both of them? Like, could you watch them if she doesn't wake up?
I would be more than happy to take both children, but I don't think they're gonna let me. Okay, I got an email about every reason why I was rejected as their temporary caretaker, and it was because of my unemployment, health issue, and then they dated all the way back to a domestic report from the 90s from your father, my ex-husband. So they dug deep.
Health problem? What health problem do you have?
Did I say health problem?
Yeah, you said health problem.
I misspoke. It's a very stressful time.
No, but remember when you saw Brian at urgent care? Why were you at urgent care?
I don't even remember what I went to urgent care for. It was nothing. Please, let's not focus on this.
Yeah, Charlotte Montgomery. The mother is Miranda Montgomery. Father Brian Montgomery. Her family's here in the hospital. She's still in critical. Okay. Yeah, I was expecting her to be transported back to the hospital because Gina, the mother's sister, is the second next of kin. Can't get in touch with. Okay. Where? Is it bad? All right. I'll ask the grandmother about it. Okay. Yeah. So no transport until. What about the grandmother currently has the grandson, the half sibling of Charlotte Jr. All right. Got it. Okay. I'll relay the information. Alright, I know this is a very tough situation for you, and I'm not trying to make it any tougher, but Child Services was in the process of bringing your granddaughter back to the hospital, but they discovered a fairly large bruise on her leg, and we know she wasn't hit by the car, and it doesn't look accidental, like it doesn't look like a normal baby bruise. So they're holding Charlotte until they can further investigate what's going on there. And they want to take a look at Junior as well.
What? There was not a bruise on Charlotte. That baby was pristine. So I don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah, I have not seen Charlotte. I'm just passing on the information here.
You don't have to see Charlotte because I've seen Charlotte and no one is hurting that child. There was no bruise on her. And isn't this something that the paramedics would have seen after the car incident? Like, I know they inspected the baby because Miranda was hit by the car.
That's a really good point. Again, this is a developing...
Okay, well, this is making me uncomfortable. This is my grandchild. I don't like these accusations. I want to see this bruise that everyone's talking about because the last time I saw her, there was not a spot on her.
Okay, you just have to understand Child Services is not going to release Charlotte into your care if they feel it's unsafe. And
okay. If there's anything in my home, Miranda's home too, there's nothing unsafe. Okay, that baby has the best care.
Right, but there's also, they have to investigate whether or not this happened in their care, or if it happened in the ambulance, or whatever, that there needs to be some stones turned over.
Okay, well, they need to get on with this investigation, and no one is looking at my grandson. Okay, no one's going near Junior because there's no foul play at home. There's nothing unsafe. They're not coming near my grandson.
When Child Services gets here, and they look at Junior, it's not going to be in an accusatory way. They just need to rule out that there's foul play at home or anything of that nature.
Accusatory or not, they're not coming near Junior. And I want my granddaughter in my presence. Okay, I'm very uncomfortable with her not being near us right now and with all these accusations. And this is something I don't need while my daughter is there in critical condition and I don't know whether she's going to live or die. I don't need these conversations with Child Services.
I understand this is a very difficult time for you, and I am only just following instructions.